Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Jack and we'll be facing off against the Kalista adventure from the newly reintroduced Spirit Blossom campaign. Yeah, we will just get through these early adventures with some of the lower level or star champions I have, so we can get to the higher star ones where the difficulty will actually increase. Let me just... When one of the player's units dies, copies of it in hand and deck become ephemeral and cost 0. Okay. It's been a while, so I didn't remember exactly what was the opponent's power in this adventure. I think Jack will fare decently well against it. We'll just use Jack as a finisher, level him up, give him overwhelm alongside the brush. Though the brush is not actually going to be useful since I gave him challenger as well, so we always choose what blocks the Jack. And then the Comtech duplicator is just here because I felt like we would be casting a lot of spells. It's a two-star adventure, surely it won't be too hard. Perfection, it increases our lethality by a lot. All of a sudden our Knuckle deals 4, the Pocket Picker deals 4, Parley deals 4 to both an enemy and the enemy nexus. And it's significantly more than the elemental winds. Yeah, sure, let's pick up the perfection. I talked myself into it. Though elemental winds would probably be fine as well, we'll be able to pick up some damaging spells along the way, I hope. And that's going to be useful. Give the metal webs and the barnacles. We can't play them both in a single turn. But we still have a pretty good first turn. Do this. Strike into the opponent's nexus for 4. Whatever he plays up next, we just parley and deal 4. Get rid of that. He will attack with the Poro Fly. Yep. I'll take the 1. Could be worse. Next turn we'll quite easily just kill the opponent with the units I have on board. Because the damage gets grown to 4, so unless he has some healing, no, he doesn't have. A second Wild Feast would save him. But even if he had it in hand, it was just a matter of time until he lost the game. Still Tempest, Bolts of Hell, Pack Mentality. Pack Mentality can be a decent finisher, but more often than not we'll never need it. Let's roll. Tasty Failfolk, Standalone, Seinen. We might actually get some use out of the Standalone. But we'll see. Delve into the past. Rise. Aphelios, Kindred. Let's pick up the Aphelios. There's some decent spells on it. Right. We have the mandatory, quote-unquote mandatory. I can just leave if I want to, but we have the mandatory Aid the Spirits encounters. You lose all spell mana. We kind of need our spell mana. 3 encounters. It will be 1 here, 1 here, and then the next one will be this here. So we'll only get our epic power after the Norra. Can I beat all of the encounters with this much of a downside? You know what, it's a low star adventure, let's just pick this up and be done with it. Gold chest or more rerolls? A random card in player's hand costs 2 more this round, it will be fine. We'll manage. Well, now we're incentivized to not keep any spell mana. Do I still keep... I'll keep the Jack in my opening hand. This might end up being way too slow. Yep, it is way too slow because the cost of the card got increased. So we're completely wasting 2 mana here. Yep. And we'll completely waste 3 mana as well. Okay, no. I guess we're doing something. Fortunately, the opponent played that, otherwise it would be another turn of doing nothing. But we're quite behind on mana because we managed to save nothing of the spell mana. Let's do Barnacles. I can actually do Barnacles attack with Jack into standalone. Actually, no, I can even do prize fight first. Let's see if the opponent plays something here. Stone stackers. Can refuel for... I go up to 3. That's unfortunate. I can't play the risky venture. I guess I'll just get rid of the Kelp Maidens. Then I can do Restore 4. Clear the opponent's board. I'll use Standalone to buff up the Jack and it's fine. We do end up getting our mana reset, but it's okay. Ooh, right, we're at the point where we start double casting our spells. We could refill our spell mana here, but I'm not going to do that. Can I kill the opponent this turn? Maybe if I place stuff, I can do this to develop a bit of a board. Oh, fortunately the opponent's not hitting my coins. That was my main concern. Also, something I didn't realize, all the damage gets brought up to 4, so the tip the scales actually deals 4 damage for each instance of that, or for every time it procs. So it becomes significantly better. We can at any point just focus speed, clear the opponent's board. You know what? Yeah, sure. Let's pick up the Veil Temple. That's some level of synergy with what we're doing. Do I want more rerolls? Let's spend more money in the rerolls. Shop or Rekindler. We'll save our money for the shop, just in case we get offered some good rewards. 7 rerolls should do for the rest of the run. I wanted to try one of my high star champions in this adventure, or in this campaign, in the lower starred adventures, and I would use the Defiance to bring it down to like maybe 0 stars even, instead of playing with a 6-star champion. But unfortunately that didn't happen, because for some reason the Defiance is disabled in this adventure, or something along those lines. At the very least, when I was checking everything out at the start, I didn't get the option to use Defiance. Maybe they'll change that, maybe they won't. Also, right there, I completely forgot that playing the 5-punch Pablo would just clear the entire board. Now playing 2 cards will clear the board, because I will refill the mana from the Veil Temple. So I can just do this. That's 1 card, and then at burst speed I play Gifts from Beyond and everything it takes 4. Just like that. That's kind of funny. Can I kill the opponent this turn? Yes, I can. In fact, I didn't even need to do this. This was stupid. But surely the opponent can't develop enough blockers for the entire board here. Let's do this. Kills the unit immediately. Passes priority back to the opponent. Okay, I get to have everything. I get to kill the opponent and heal with the lifesteal. There was the chance that the opponent wouldn't allow me to kill him there. Let's roll this. We want some cheaper units. Assembly bot. You know what? No, let's go for the Freed Colossus. I think the mana deposit is too good to pass up, because Freed Colossus all of a sudden becomes 5 mana, summon a 4/5, refill your entire mana pool, and deal 4 to every single one of the opponent's units. That's way too good. Trifarian Might is very good, generally speaking, but unfortunately we can't really proc it that much with this deck. Gem crafting is a bit more useful, even though it's overall weaker. Let's move on. None of the other cards are that appealing, and I don't feel like spending any more rerolls there. Slippery Wave Rider all of a sudden becomes 5 mana, deal 4 to every single unit the opponent controls. That's a bit better, I guess. So I guess the weakest card in my deck right now is really the Standalone. Yeah, I thought it was going to be useful at the start of the run, because we wouldn't have that many units on the board. But I suppose I was wrong. You know what? Sure, I'll keep the 5-punch Pablo. 3 mana, kill the opponent's board. I thought for sure the opponent was going to summon the Norra right away, and he was going to attack me with her. I could have summoned Knuckle to block, but it felt unnecessary. Really? Please summon the Norra. No, he's just summoning Mr. Thrifts. I guess he doesn't want to commit the Norra onto the board. Maybe he's worried I have removal, which I do have. Sure, let's do 5-punch Pablo, clear everything. Really? You're killing the Pablo? Well, I won't get to keep the spellman, so might as well do this. At the very least it buffs one of my units. That's kind of a high statted unit, but we're going to heal after this encounter, so can afford to take the 5. Next turn we'll go up to 5 mana. You might pull the Norra here now that she's leveled up. Deal 3 to anything. So ideally I don't lose the jack here by... let's kill one of the Thrifts. I'll do this to pass priority back to the opponent, get a coin. We can clear the opponent's entire board here. The question is just how we do that. We can do coin, deal 4 to everything. Then I can do this. And there. I'm going to keep saving the Knuckle. I want to use it to get to the Bull and rally. Okay, that's good. Can just Freed Colossus first. And then we hit him with the gifts from beyond that burst speed if necessary. For a board clear. just like so. Healing is nice. Crescendum, I guess, as well. For the board presence. We're going to end up leveling up the Aphelios right here. Let's just kill the opponent this turn. Or we end the turn and kill the opponent here. Actually, we don't kill the opponent. There we go. Now we kill the opponent. Never mind. Silence. That's enough to allow the opponent to survive. Now what? I don't have any direct damage. Unless we're counting the... parlay. I think that's our only way to burn the opponent over the top. I suppose I don't need to burn the opponent over the top if I just rally. I can't rally here though. I would need exactly 12 mana, which I don't have. Well, let's just kill the opponent now. Surely it doesn't have a second polymorph. Even then, a second polymorph wouldn't be enough. Okay, so now we got our not upgraded, we get rid of the bad power, the downside power, and we actually get a good one. There we go, Grander Plaza. Now we're just going to stomp the opponent, as if we weren't doing that already. Let's roll Elemental Winds. Do I want Elemental Winds? I guess it works with some of our cards. Another Aida Spirit. Converts in 1 win. Enemies have elusive and lifesteal. Your first spell each round costs 10 less. I don't think we'll struggle with dealing with the Obsequious full power, because we can just deal 4 to everything easily. But I think we can do better than the unlimited power, right? I guess unlimited power will allow us to pick up some high cost spells. Sure, let's do this. Buff Cap up, the unupgraded version, or Rekindler. Smooth Soloist or a Healer. You know what, we're going for a lot of power, so let's go for the Smooth Soloist. The correct play would obviously be going for the healer encounter and trying to get rid of a card, increasing the consistency in our deck, but it's a 2-star adventure. We can afford to do this, play for fun. It's fine. It's the pickpocket. Pocket picker, actually. He pickpockets people, though. It's fine. We can do bar knuckles. And then we prize fight. For the sake of getting a singular coin. This also passes priority back to the opponent. Nothing. Okay then. I'll just clear your entire board. I'm perfectly fine throwing a coin away just for that. Jack with blue buff is going to be pretty good. We're going to be able to refill our spell mana rather easily. We have to use the coin here. We have a nice clear here. Coin plus parlay. Gets rid of the opponent's board, even the sticky part from the escape in the form of the escaped abomination. Do I want to place something first here? Not particularly. It's not like our damage will increase by a bunch. Guess I can do this because it's a free play. But I do waste the effect. Ah, it's fine. We can do this easily. Then we use the jack. This refills the opponent's health by 4, but at the same time it also works towards our level up. Can actually kill the opponent here. This gives my entire board enough damage to get through. We have way too much lethality now. The mana refueling on the jack means that all of a sudden we have at least 2 board wipes per turn on our attacking turns, because every time we refill mana we deal 4 to everything, and we can refill mana twice per turn, one with Jack attacking normally, and then with the strike spell we have access to. I want 12 inspiration. I guess it's 1 mana coins or 0 mana coins actually. Boomerang Blade, that's a high cost spell. Definitely the memory game, and I'm definitely picking up Boomerang Blade because no way I'm passing up high cost spell now that we have the unlimited power. Yeah, let's go for the Evershade Stalker encounter. Normally it's rather hard, but considering how powerful my setup is in this run, I don't think we'll struggle at all. The first few turns might actually be challenging. Yeah, I was wondering whether or not I trade the pickpocket in. The correct choice, I think, is always trading it in, just so I get a coin. I'll have a pickpocket this turn. It's unaffected by the effect of the opponent's power as well, so it doesn't have ephemeral. Unfortunately, we can't get rid of that. Suppose I can do this. This sets up so that I can, at the very least, block like so. I lose some health on the Aphelios and I lose the pickpocket, but it's okay. We can have the Aphelios be the last card we play last turn. Let's drop down the Jack. We have 2 spell mana to spare. Let's do Barnacles here. We can do prize fight for a not only mana refuel but or spell mana refill, but also mana refill in the form of the coin. Then we do this here. Can do this to get 5 punch Pablo. And then this is lethal? Yep. Jack even refuels our spell mana a bit more for 1 extra damage on the other 2 units. What else? Slippery Wave Rider with Dragon's Claw. Not sure, but I'm also cutting it from the deck at the healer encounter. Out of the way. Do I have any temporary buffs? The gifts from beyond giving us the weapons. I think that's worth it. Yeah. Let's just pick up a bunch of out of the ways. I guess we can start the game off with a Sandhopper. Won't be too bad. Unfortunately, Slippery Wave Rider, even if you deal 4 on summon, the increased consistency of getting my other cards means you won't get to stay in the deck at all. Kalista. Let's keep this hand. I guess I could have kept the Risky Venture as well, because it would be free at least once per turn. So I could keep it around. But it's not the worst thing in the world. Be out of the way right away. Next turn we can do none of these actually. I guess I can do the prize fight plus Aphelios. Can also do out of the way plus Aphelios. Just cycle this. It's not too bad of a play. Can I do this in another order? Barnacles here, maybe prize fight, then coin. Yeah, that works. We do this. This generates a coin for us, which is free. We refill our spell mana, get rid of that, then play Aphelios. And let's get lifesteal. Also, the power means that we should maintain the buffs from the Grander Plaza on the Aphelios. Yep. Okay, so we have a very synergistic setup here. I was thinking about going for the Jack, but now that the opponent played those two, Metal Babs is better just because we got rid of them. That's okay. Can give Aphelios lifesteal. He's getting rid of the Rock Hopper. It's fine. We have the... we can just block with the Ephemeral. Let's play the Jack. I'll give the Jack Overwhelm. No, let's give Aphelios Overwhelm. Might as well. Jack will get overwhelmed by default once we level him up. If we level him up even. There's the possibility we won't even level him up. Do I want to do stuff before attacking? I can do Barnacles on each of my units, then Prize Fight to clear the board, I suppose. Inferno as well to give Jack Overwhelm. That seems like a plan. The opponent won't have any interaction, probably. Black Spear shouldn't be enough to clear the Jack here. Yeah, it only deals 4. And we're healing Jack. Missed Wraith. Unfortunately, not enough to save you, opponent. Let's just ensure that thing stays dead, and now we win. This should increase the Jack's attack as well. Actually it doesn't, because I don't have any more mana to refill them. I thought I could overkill the opponent a bit harder. It's okay though. Well, that went about as well as I expected. It's a 2-star run, a 2-star adventure after all. Yeah, that'll be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.